Good morning. It's August 16th, 2016, and I thought I'd let you see how my Dutch bucket system and strawberry plants are doing. I have 5 tomato plants and 1 cucumber plant in my Dutch buckets this year. And I'll show you the varieties that I have over here on my picnic table in just a second. But these have done extremely well. Look at the size of that fruit on there. It's just amazing. All the plants on the Dutch bucket system are doing perfectly. There's no root rot. There's no blossom end rot. I mean, they're just picture perfect. Now I have these same varieties in some wicking beds out in back of my house. They either have blossom end rot or they're cracked or some other problem with them, but these are picture perfect. But of all the plants, whether in the greenhouse or out here on my deck, this cucumber plant is my all-star performer this year. This thing is just produced and produced and produced and then produced some more. Without exaggeration, this one plant will produce between 80 and 100 cucumbers this year. I counted the other day and I had 39 cucumbers on the plant just that one day that I counted. And interestingly enough, where I've cut cucumbers off, I have new blossoms coming on with 2 cucumbers growing back. So should be interesting. And unfortunately, again, I don't keep accurate records, but 80 cucumbers conservatively off this one plant. And here's another runner coming off here, running down off on the front of my deck. And again, more blossoms, more cucumbers down here. Now, since it's been so hot and so dry, I've been going through water at a very high rate on these plants this year. This is 54 gallons and it'll last me about 8 or 9 days before I have to refill it. And what I've been doing is I refill it. I check the TDS. I've been able to get 1 refill and still have enough nutrients in there for another week. But the amount of liquid that the plants are going through is surprising. Again, more tomatoes back up there. But like I say, this cucumber plant just tickles me. The one in the greenhouse, same variety, but just nothing like this. And you can see I keep extending my lines out for this thing to grow out on. So there's 5 feet, there's 9 feet, there's 13 feet, and there's 17 feet. This thing has grown out. Strawberries. I thought I had lost them. They started really good, and you can see I've lost a few plants here. I don't think this foam idea was good, and I will not use it again because I think it retains the moisture, and I got root rot on some of these. 2 of my biggest problems, one was fruit flies. I mean, it was just unbelievable. I mean, the fruit's acceptable. I mean, I've had some nice berries out there. There's some nice fruit up here. I'll have that for lunch. I have it every day. And that's all I was really looking for, to be able to have fresh strawberries with my yogurt at lunchtime. But the fruit flies, they were just devouring the strawberries. So I did a little research, and this is what I'm using, and it's worked extremely well. I just took an old peanut butter jar, and I have a sticky trap that I've mounted in here, and I put it down, and you can see I've already have a lot of occupants on this already, and I have to change this about every week and a half, because it's just black with insects. And getting those, it's got about 96% of the fruit flies. You can see them. If you can see them down here, I mean, they were going to destroy my plants. So I had to do something there. I keep hitting my head on the cucumbers. If there's a complaint, that's no complaints. I'll bump my head on the cucumbers. Second problem on the strawberry plants, and I'm not sure what to do about it, but the weight of the fruit kinks the runners, and it winds up cutting off the nutrients to the fruit. I've had quite a few of those. Well, again, I'm not sure what to do about it. I didn't have that problem last year. This is a different variety. This is Seascape from Johnny Seeds. But again, I'm not sure I'll use the same variety next year. They're very tasty. I mean, I enjoy them every day. But I may try a different variety. In the greenhouse, my cucumber plant is just about done. So I cut one of the runners off, took a bottle of nutrient solution and one of my plugs, and I stuck it in there, and I think it's going to survive. So I'll give this a week or so, and then take the cucumber plant down in the greenhouse and plop that in the grow bucket and see what I get. I know it's late in the year, but worth a try. These are the red tomatoes that I'm growing in some of the Dutch buckets. These are a low acid variety from Johnny Seed. Again, you can see the size of these things. And these are the cucumbers. Now I know you're going to say that they look large, and yes, they are large. These look more like a zucchini than a cucumber, but I'm telling you, I just amazed. I don't peel them, since I don't use any sprays or anything. I just wash them, slice them up, and eat them. They're crisp. The seeds are small. And when I cut this one open, I'll take a picture of the inside so you can see the size of the seeds for the size of the fruit. I tried a little wicking bed there for some lettuce. I had a tough time with spinach this year, just couldn't grow it. I'm not sure why. I tried and tried time and again, and this is the only one of the very few plants that I got to grow, whether it was in the Kratky system or whatever I tried, just couldn't grow it. Tried different seed, different growing mediums, nothing. My wicking beds, in this area I've got yellow and green beans, and so far I've got 25 pints of beans that I've processed, and they're in the freezer for this winter. Now these are two more of my wicking beds, and like I said, you can see these are the same variety tomatoes that I have on the Dutch bucket system, and here I have cracks, here I have blossom end rot, here I've got one that's not going to do anything, Over here, same situation. A lot of deformity. And I had the soil tested before I planted the seedlings in here, and everything was picture perfect according to the person I had testing the soil. And the plants just aren't the same quality as in the Dutch buckets. And I feed these, I've got fish emulsion, and I've added a little iron. My winter squash is doing okay. I'll have some good sized fruit. Long runners. But not many fruit. And one surprise, here's some more runners for my winter squash going out. Had a surprise, I planted summer squash, at least I thought I planted summer squash. And lo and behold, I guess somebody messed up and they put cantaloupe seeds in a little bag instead of summer squash. And I didn't realize it until too late. I kept waiting for my summer squash, and I thought they looked a little strange. They sure look like cantaloupe to me. In the greenhouse, I've got one Kratky system I need to tear down and clean up. Here's a relatively new Kratky system coming on. Eager to get some more lettuce. And I've got a blank spot here. I'll be starting up another Kratky system in probably another week. And there's my ailing old cucumber plant, but still producing cucumbers. And like I say, in another week I'll take that runner that I've trying to clone and put it here. I'll clean that bucket out and replace it and start again. Here I got another. Now these were supposedly determinate tomato plants I bought this year, but obviously they don't read the same books that we do, because I've had to chop them back several times. And more of those low acid tomatoes. And the red variety from Johnny Seeds. And these are excellent. Taste really good. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.